Hello everyone. Am I audible? Hello.
Yes, you are audible.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Dear authors and invited guests, welcome to the technical session at E. My name is Siddhi Auti, and I'll be your moderator and host for today's session. On the behalf of Global Knowledge Research Foundation and GR Scholastics, it is my great pleasure to welcome you all to the ninth International Conference on Information and Communication Technology for Competitive Strategies, ICTCS 2024. The ninth edition of the conference is being organized in a hybrid mode. The physical event was held the day before yesterday in Jaipur, India, and the virtual event is being held via Zoom meeting today and yesterday, 20th and 21st December. I hope you all will enjoy this session. And in this session, in total, there will be 10 presenters. Each presenter will be given a time span of 10 minutes to present. 7 minutes will be given for presentation and 3 minutes for question and answers. After 7 minutes, I'll be raising a gentle reminder. So, this is a kind request to all the participants to please consider the time constraint. Also, I request you all to wait till the closing remarks and not leave in between. And if you have any issues or queries, do text to me in the chat box and it will be solved by our team. Now, just before we get started, I would like to introduce you all to today's session chair, Dr. Bharat Singh Diodra. Dr. Bharat Singh has over 25 years of experience in the field of computer science as a faculty, researcher, software developer, and project guide. He is presently working as Senior Assistant Professor in Department of Computer Science and IT of JRN Rajasthan Vidyapit University. Dr. Diora is also a member of various national and international bodies like CSI Computer Society of India, IST Indian Society for Technical Education, IEEE Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineering. Welcome, sir. Thank you for chairing this session.
Thank you.
Now we'll quickly begin with the first participant. So the very first participant is Ashwini Kale from Datta Megha Institute of Higher Education and Research. Ashwini, ma'am, are you there in the meeting? Actually, some of the participants have not joined, so we'll go further. Meghna Jha, I think. Okay, so the next one is Zareen Tasmin Nuzhat from East West University, Bangladesh, and the paper title is Asneric, an AI-based recognition system to detect acne types. Zareen, ma'am, I can see you. You're there in the meeting. Would you be able to present right now? I think she's joining the meet. It's okay. We'll just proceed to the ones who are present right now. Mrunali Raut, just give me a confirmation if you're there in the meeting and if you'll be able to present.
Yes, ma'am.
Would you be able to present?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you. Then you can start sharing your screen now. I'll stop it. Okay.
Ma'am, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible. But your PPT is not clearly visible. I think it's still loading.
Ma'am, network problem.
Okay, could you just do it to the full screen so at least the text is visible?
It is, ma'am, on full screen only.
Okay.
But it is nothing is visible.
Yes, we cannot read the PPT.
You move to next slide.
Try resharing it. It might work.
Is it not visible?
Ma'am, actually, it is still not visible.
No,
Okay,
no,
okay,
this is
you can say it
visible.
now. Yes, yes, yes. But your
Okay,
voice
ma'am,
is
it is not
cracking.
visible. Yeah. Okay, ma'am, shall I start?
Yes, yes, you can start. After 7 minutes, I'll raise a reminder. Then you can conclude it.
Good afternoon, respected sir and ma'am. I am Runali Raut. I am presenting on research on my topic assessment of the impact of sedentary behavior on health of IT employees in Pune city. This is collaboration between my co-authors from the University of Education and Research, highlighting the importance of addressing sedentary behavior and the IT industries in the IT industry.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am. It,
Uh, I think there is some network issue. Your voice is cracking. Now we can't see the slideshow. Ma'am, if you're facing some network issues, what we can do is you just take your time to get into a stable internet connection. We'll have other presentations. Then you can present after you're stable and settled. Is that all right?
okay,
I have a,
ma'am.
Okay.
no, ma'am. I am Prasad Deshpande. I have a small request to make that
Yes.
my the semester examination is scheduled in 1 hour. I should be present there. So should I present the first?
Yes. You can present right now. If your PPT and everything is ready, we can take your presentation right now. That's all right.
Sure.
Okay.
Good afternoon, one and all, and my researchers. I am Prasad Deshpande from the Tamik Institute of Higher Education and Research. My research title is Personalized Cancer Prognosis through Patient-Centric AI Models and Individualized Approach. These are the contents and introduction. I will start directly with the problem statement. Traditional, just a second, ma'am. Traditional cancer prognostic models rely on generalized data, neglecting individual variations in patient, which leads to less effective predictions. Uh, we are incorporating the AI models or deep learning models or regression or random forest samplings methodologies to prognosis the cancer development in early stages to have a better medical understanding and better medical experience and opinion. The AI's role is by leveraging AI, personalized prediction and tailored treatment are achievable, utilizing genetic, clinical, and lifestyle data. Objective of the research is to evaluate the accuracy and effectiveness of AI models, focusing on their potential to improve cancer prognosis. The metric we use for comparison is accuracy. The percentage of correct prediction made by each model. We compared two models, random forest and linear regression, and based on their accuracy of the prediction of the disease on cancer, we judged them. So what were the findings? The study shows that the critical predictors of the stages of advanced cancer are age, some gene expression, and tumor dimensions. With the high sensitivity and specificity shown by random forest model, it can be well qualified to predict cancer outcomes, especially when such cases call for more intensive intervention. The value of biomarkers, especially the gene expression, in forecasting them is very crucial, as noted by Han in the feature important analysis. Moving on to the conclusion of this research paper, the ability of artificial intelligence in improving individualized cancer prediction is based on research, as said by Bremen. From this perspective, then Performance in later cancer diagnosis and critical predictive factors were improved since the random forest model sensitized and was specific for being more sensitive and specific. Future work involve exploring deep learning approaches or incorporating more comprehensive genomic data, such as mutation profile, to further enhance predictivity, accuracy, and clinical utility. These are some of the references and data set we used for comparison of random forest, and linear regression. Thank you.
Thank you, Prasad, for your presentation. Now, are there any questions?
Yes, his presentation is very short. How he come to findings direct
Sir, I
finding
have
and
not presented
conclusion.
the confusion matrix because to be honest, I have very much not much time to present to make the presentation. I was in a
But you
hurry,
even
so I
prepare one
wasn't able
slide.
to. Yes, sir.
You have nothing presented. How what you have done? Directly you come to finding and conclusions. Nothing introduction, etc.
Sir, I thought that it can be referred through the research paper I have provided with the paper ID. So that's why I said that it is. I thought it was unnecessary to show all the calculation because it was very lengthy.
This way, everyone say this is I have to not show anything and unnecessary calculation. You have at least find a primary source of data, secondary source of data. Nothing you have shown.
Yes, sir. You are. I think you are right. Absolutely right, sir. Pardon me for that.
Okay, next.
Thank you for your presentation. I will proceed to the next presenter.
Sure.
Good afternoon. This is Jacob. Is it possible
Uh,
to allow me to give the presentation? My paper ID is 733.
yes, you were there in the last session actually, but you were absent. We can take your presentation in this session, but it has to be at the end after all the presentations are done.
Okay, right. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
So the next presenter
Ma-
is Ashwini Kale from Datta Mega Institute of Higher Education and Research. Ma'am, you're there in the meet, right? Ashwini? She's there in the meet, but she's not responding, I guess. Ashwini, ma'am,
Good afternoon, sir and ma'am.
uh, hello.
My name is
Ma'am, I guess there is some network issue. Your voice is cracking a bit. Hello? Are you able to hear me?
yes, ma'am. Yes.
Would you be able to present, ma'am?
Good afternoon. My name is Ashwini, and I am from the Tamil Institute of Higher Education. And today I'm here, delegate for today my presentation title: A System Approach to Improving Nurse Retention in Higher Income Healthcare Environment. This is my research introduction. The global healthcare sector facing big shortage of employing specialists, nursing and doctors. COVID-19 made this problem worse, causing many healthcare workers to leave their job. In the USA, 18% of healthcare workers will do stress. Also, 17% of nurses may retire in the next 10 years. Am I audible now?
Ma'am, we cannot see your screen. You are audible, but there's some issue with the screen. Yes, we can see it now.
Yes.
Now she has stopped sharing, I think.
Ma'am, can I present my PPT because I am having my semester exam today?
Yes, just give me a minute. Ashwini, ma'am, Are you done with your presentation? I think she got disconnected in between. Okay, we can take her next. If you have your exam, then we can have your presentation first. Ma'am, you can start presenting your screen. But just start from where you left as we have a time constraint.
Also, my 2 days my exam before
Okay, but
one hour.
we actually we have a
There
certain
is
sequence. We
network
can
problem.
Ma'am, is my presentation visible?
actually both of you are presenting your screens. Mrunali, I think Mrunali ma'am, I think we should go according to the sequence. So I have the sequence. So Ashwini ma'am is first before you.
Okay.
So we'll
Okay,
just
ma'am.
wrap their presentation and then you can present if you want.
Now my presentation is visible, ma'am.
Yes, it is visible.
Okay. Uh, my research made this study out of the secondary that analyze
Hello.
there is some issue, ma'am.
If it is taking time, can we please take other participants first?
Okay, ma'am.
You can get into a stable connection. After 5 to 6 minutes, you can present.
Ma'am, can I present now?
Yes, yes, you can present now. You just start from where you left and then wrap it up quickly if you have other exams and everything.
Ma'am, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible and we can see your
Uh,
screen.
okay.
Yes, you are audible and we can see your screen.
Um, Good morning, respected sir and ma'am. I am Runali Raut. I am presenting a presentation on research on topic assessing the impact of sedentary behavior on the health of IT sector employees in Pune city. This study is a collaboration between myself and my coordinators from the Dattamegi Institute of Higher Education and Research, highlighting the importance of addressing sedentary behavior in the IT sector industries. So here is the introduction. Let me start with understanding the issue. Sedentary behavior is, especially in the IT sector, have become a specific public health concern. Long hours of sitting leading to health problems like back pain, stress, and even cardiovascular disease. Our study focus on assessing this impact among IT employees in Pune. The goal is to understand the link between working hours and health issues to the purpose strategy to reduce the risk. After all, the healthier work frame means better productivity and overall well-being. So here is the review of literature. We review existing study of sedentary behavior and its effect. The research consistently shows that prolonged sitting is linked to obesity, musculoskeletal disease, mental health challenges like stress and burnout. On a positive note, this study also shows that small interventions like standing desk and regular activity breaks are significantly improve health outcomes. This literature provides the foundation of our research. Here is the problem statement. Um, IT sector professionals often sit from extending period leading to a range of mental and health issues. Despite awareness of the risk, sedentary practices remains widespread. Our study aims to highlight the health consequences of behavior and explore practical strategies to address in the workplace. So objective of our research are to evaluate first to evaluate how health sedentary behavior affects employee health. Second, to examine the relationship between long working hours and health issues. Third, to identify strategies that are reduce sedentary behavior in the workplace. This objective aims to address both the problem and potential solution comprehensively. So here is the research methodology. For this study, we have survived 120 IT professionals in Pune. We focus on their sitting habits, um, health issues like back pain, stress, and any stress they use to stay active. We use factor analysis and Spearman's correlation um, to analyze the data and uncover patterns between sitting behavior and health outcomes that gives us insight into the physical and mental impact of prolonged sitting. So here is the hypothesis. We tested two hypotheses. Sedentary behavior and work significantly contribute to health problems like agronomic injuries and stress. And second is the long sitting hours are directly linked to increased risk of issues like neck pain, burnout, and poor sleep quality. Our research aimed to validate this hypothesis of data from our survey. Here is the testing and evaluation where we have found our factor analysis. We identified two factors: agronomic injuries like neck, lower back pain, explaining 39.64% of the variance, neck pain and head factor loading of 0.93, and lower pain as close at 0.92. Stress and second is the stress, anxiety, weight gain, burnout, explaining 14.13% of the variance. And Spearman correlation. In Spearman correlation analysis, strong relationship between sitting hours and health problems like neck pain 0.761, back pain 0.706, eye strain 0.680, weight gain 0.409, burnout 0.423. These results confirm our hypothesis and show how harmful prolonged sitting can be. Here is the strategies. Strategy we have explored strategies that employees use to counter sitting behavior. 34.2% of the respondents use fitness trackers to stay active. 27.5% has adopted walking meetings, and 20% use sitting desk. This small but effective changes shows that our busy IT professionals can find way to stay healthy. Here are the findings. To summarize our findings, validate our both two hypotheses. Sedentary behavior significantly contributed to agronomic issues like neck and back pain. Second, stress, burnout, and weight gain are closely linked to prolonged sitting hours. This undergoes the need of interventions like agronomic furniture, movement breaks, and fitness programs in workplace. So here is the conclusion. In conclusion, sedentary behavior poses serious risk to the physical and mental health of IT professionals. Both the good news is this, in the simple solution like sitting desk, fitness tracker, regular breaks can make a big difference. By adopting these changes, workplace can improve employee health and productivity. We referred 29 papers, including study on sedentary behavior, workplace agronomics, and intervention strategies. Thank you. Here is my presentation completed.
Thank you, ma'am. Are there
Ma'am, I can't listen you properly. There is some issue.
Hello, am I audible now?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yes, I was saying now if you're done and if there aren't any questions, we can proceed further.
Okay, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
One question, ma'am.
Uh,
From where you collect your data?
By sir questionnaire, we founded the questionnaire and by the sample size of 120 IT employees in Pune city. By
Sample
that
size is
we found.
120. Okay,
Yes.
okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Now we'll have the next presenter. I haven't got the confirmation from Ashwini ma'am yet if she's in a stable connection or not. So we'll proceed further.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ashwini Kade, and I am delighted to be here today at the 19th International Conference on Information on.
Ma'am, we are not able to see your screen yet. Have you shared your screen?
Uh, my research title is A System Approach to Improve Nursing Retention in High Income Health Environment, and I am from Datta Megi Institute of Higher Education and the Research Center. This is content, and this is my introduction. The global healthcare sector facing a big shortage of employees, especially nursing and doctors. COVID-19 made this problem worse, causing many healthcare workers to leave their jobs. In the US, 80% of healthcare workers quit due to stress. Also, 70% of nurses may retire in the next 10 years. This is a research methodology. This study adopted to the secondary data analysis approaches to assess the synthesize and the exciting research on nurse retention in high-income healthcare environments. And second is by focusing on prior studies, reports, and the case studies, the research leverage insights from the established literature, ensuring a board data-rich functions. Third is data is run from authoritative database such as the PubMed and the World Health Organization. Priority is the publications from the last 10 years to capture current trend and development in nurse retention strategy. Research object to investigate the impact of the national healthcare policies, labor market conditions, and the societal trend and nurse retention high income healthcare system. Second is to assess the combined influence of the individual organization and the societal factors on nurse turnover intentions using the system approach to identifying interventions point. Third is to evaluate the effectiveness of the retention strategies, including flexible scheduling, leadership models, and the career development programs in improving nurses' job satisfaction and reducing turnover in hospital. This is literature review. This is my case study. Nurse requirement and retention strategies. The Alish Corners, DN PMSN, and Aryan Elizabeth University on the March 17, 2020. This case study identify even key strategies to improve nurses retention, addressing recruitment and the residence and the programs career development work, calculate flexible schedules, competitive compensation, and the recognition. Uh, Second is the emphasize that the healthcare organization need innovative supportive approaches to retain nurses and as many lives within their first 2 years, driven by issue like limited work-life balance, burnout, and the inadequate compensation. And the second is summary of gap analysis. The case studies collectively underscore several critical gap in the understanding, nurse and retention, and the turnover in healthcare. Key area needing future research include. Second is specific interventions for the work-life balance. Studies highlight work-life balance challenges but lack in-depth explosions of the tailors and the intervention particularly for the addressing nurses control over free time and the effective recovery periods. Third is long-term impact on the patient care. Will downwards effects on the staff are address its long-term implications on the patient's care quality remain under explored. Result and discussion. The study on nursing downward in the Swedish hospitals from the 2012 to 2019 reveals that the
Ma'am,
nurses. Yes,
sorry for the interruption, but we are past the presentation time now. Could you please get to the conclusion?
okay, ma'am. In the conclusion, the research underscores the urgent need for the effective nurse retention strategy in the face of global healthcare workforce crisis. And second is the insight from the three case studies highlight the multi-faced nature of the turnover influenced by the individual, organizational, and systemic factors. And third is implementing the tailored interventions such as the enhancing work-life balance, fostering supportive leadership, and adopting innovation retention strategy is essential. Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes. Thank you,
So,
ma'am, for your presentation. Sir, are there any
thank
questions?
Yes. How technology play a role in nurse retention? Your paper in on nurse retention. So how technology play any role in this?
we can see, sir, technology is now in AI. We will use AI content and um,
You are not audible.
excuse me, sir. Hello,
Hello.
hello.
Yes,
Audible?
yes. Yes, yes.
I think she is disconnected again, sir. Can we please proceed
Yes,
further? We have
yes,
a.
yes.
Okay. So the next presenter is Meghna Jha from SCDR's Pune Institute of Information Technology, and the paper title is Accident Detection and Alerting Using Black Box. Meghna, ma'am, can you start with your presentation?
Yes, ma'am, just a minute. I'll just
Okay, you
share
can
my
start
PPT.
sharing your screen. And after 7 minutes, I will raise a reminder.
Hello, ma'am, is it visible, my PPT?
Yes, it is visible.
Yeah, okay. So, hello, sir. Hello, ma'am. Hello, everyone. So, our project title was Accident Detection and Alerting Using Black Box. So, first, I would like to explain you all the motivation of our project. So, firstly, WHO reports 1 million global deaths annually due to transportation related accidents. These cost the nation's 3% of the GDP. And there are many accidents which have gone unreported, especially in remote areas, which are not even like added to this figure. And because of lack of reliable data for accident reconstruction, this is a severe challenge in accident reporting. So thus we have decided to make this project, which is accident detection and alerting using black box, which will collect the accident data, and it is stored in a database which will help us to reconstruct accidents, will help us to understand like why the accident took place, and will also help our loved ones to get the alert so we can help them accordingly. So I'll explain the objectives of the project. So first, it is provide real-time alerts to emergency contacts with accurate GPS, capture and store critical data and logs leading to an accident for reconstruction and investigation. Then implementing reliable storage, which is accessible remotely for the post-accident analysis by the authorized personnel, and then collecting the data, using the collected data to analyze and improve the road safety. So now my fellow teammate Prachit will explain the block diagram. Prachit, are you there?
Yeah, am I audible?
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically, let's get started with the block diagram over here. So first thing which we have is a microprocessor which to which some sensors are interfaced. Okay, so now we have like sensors like MPU 6050, OBD2 sensor, which are and camera module which is interfaced to the microprocessor over here. And after a threshold has exceeded and accident has been detected, a SOS message will be sent to the registered user phone number saying that a particular accident has an accident has occurred at this particular location, and so that the user will be able to log in on the web page and access the location of the person where the accident has occurred. Now the data in the camera module, we have integrated Kafka over here, where the camera module data will be stored, and as soon as the threshold has exceeded, the camera module data will be transferred back to the S3 bucket, and using a HTTP proxy server, we are able to stream the data on the web page. So this is the entire architecture of our black box.
So here I would like to add that we have gone through many different black box architectures, but none of them have used a Kafka technology. None of them have integrated Kafka in their proposed architecture. So here, basically, in our black box, basically Kafka will be a USP here. So now proceeding to the hardware which has been used, we have used a LoRa module for communication. We have used MPU 6050 acceleration and gyroscope sensor. So basically it has a gyroscope and acceleration sensor integrated, which also has a temperature sensor. So we can monitor the temperature in case of any fire or something. Then the main microcontroller we have used is Arduino Mega. Then we have used vibration sensor, then OBD2, a Bluetooth adapter, which will be attached to the engine, and the Arduino Cam mini camera module. I have already explained. Prachit, can you move to the software part?
Yeah. So in the software part, we have integrated Kafka. Kafka is basically a data stream software to which we can have a particular rolling window on the camera feed. So let's say we have a camera feed for 5 minutes. Now, as soon as the 6-minute feed comes to us, the first minute feed will be omitted. So this rolling window is maintained inside the Kafka. And as soon as the threshold as accident has been detected, this rolling window, the data which is present inside the Kafka will be transferred back to the S3 bucket using a Kafka stream. So this is one of the things. Then ThingSpeak, we have integrated the LoRa module. The data of the sensor is transferred back to the ThingSpeak, and using a Node.js server, we are fetching the data which is present inside the ThingSpeak and presenting it in form of charts on our web page. We are using a microprocessor over here, a Firebase authentication system, and AWS S3 for streaming purposes. So that's about it in software. Can you take it up?
Yeah. So we have explained the software part, and Prachit has already explained the workflow. So these are
Ma'am,
hello.
We are already past the presentation
Okay.
time.
Yeah.
Could you please conclude it?
Yeah, so actually we were just almost done. So we have already explained the workflow and the hardware software involved. So basically the conclusion part is that this will overall help to reduce the number of accidents, and it will also help in the post accident analysis. That was about it.
Thank you, ma'am, for your presentation. Are there any questions?
Is this any? This is only prototype or actually used or tested somewhere?
Yeah, we have actually integrated it 70%. The camera thing wasn't there in the previous prototype, but we have tested it. Yes.
Okay, good.
Thank you, sir. Now we'll proceed to the next.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
So the next presenter is Zareen Tasmin Nuzat from East West University. Uh, Ma'am, if you're there in the meeting, could you please respond?
Yes, I'm here.
Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible. Please
Okay.
start sharing your screen and present your paper.
Mm, is it visible or not? I'm
Yes, it
sharing.
is visible.
Okay.
Yes.
So good noon everyone. My name is Jarin Tasnim Nojhat and I am here to present our research paper titled AcneRec, an AI-based recognition system to detect acne types. This study is part of the 9th ICTCS 2024. The work has been conducted by our team at the Department of Computer Science Engineering, East West University from Bangladesh under the supervision of Tonimeter Miss. So acne is prevalent skin condition affecting people across different age groups. It comes in various types such as whiteheads, blackheads, papules, pustules, nodules, and cysts. Diagnosing and understanding these types is often a time-consuming process requiring the expertise of specialists. To address this challenge, we propose an AI-based acne detection system that enables users to monitor their acne conditions, receive fast feedback, and take timely action. So here is the motivation of our research. The motivation behind our research is to leverage AI to make acne detection accurate, efficient, and accessible. Our objectives include detecting acne types, using deep learning models, ensuring accurate and early diagnosis, providing a self monitoring system for users, and making this technology applicable to any body part affected by acne. Ultimately, our goal is to empower users to address their skin health independently and promptly. So, through this research, we achieved significant milestones, including creating our own dataset for training and testing, developing a website for users' interaction, and successfully detecting different types of acne from various parts of the body using state-of-the-art AI models. So, we research some existing work and we get literature review. We reviewed various existing approaches to acne detection, including methods using ULV4 and convolutional neural network. These models demonstrated high accuracy but had limitations like dataset biases and inability to detect multiple acne types efficiently. Various types of works just detect one type acne or singular acne in singular file, but we focus on the multiple acne detection in one image by utilizing ULV4, which offers improved accuracy and robustness in detecting multiple classes of acne in diverse conditions. So we collect our dataset from website like Kaggle or and medical website. Then we augment it in RoboFlow and make a diverse dataset. For our research, we collected a comprehensive data set from like darknet manual contribution. Even we collected raw data from the people. The data set includes 2886 original images augmented to 6434 images using technique like rotation, zooming, cropping, and flipping. These images are annotated with the RoboFlow tool to ensure precise labeling divided into training, validation, and testing sets. To enhance the dataset's diversity and size, we employed augmentation techniques such as rotation, zooming, sharing, and flipping. This process increased our dataset to over 6,400 images, ensuring better generalization and performance of the model during training. The data was split into 86% for training, 8% for validation, and 6% for testing. Total we augmented for per class. This is the overview of every classes, and this is the data pre-processing system in RoboFlow. We utilized ULV8, a state-of-art object detection algorithm for our acne detection system. ULV8 offers high performance and speed with enhanced robustness and versatility. Its anchor-free detection and streamlined architecture make it highly effective for our application. This is our model structure, how it works, and sorry, and then this is the data flow diagram, how our website works, and this is user interface of our website, where I we can easily detect our acne types, and we use these tools and materials for our research. These are the sample output for our website or research. We can able to detect our acne types. Here is the model architecture of ULV8. The achieved structure allow for accurate border detection, localization, and object recognition with its scalable design. ULV8 can handle various application scenarios, making it switchable for the task of detecting 6 types of acne. We applied many types of CNN models and deep learning models, but they cannot able to detect multiple acne types in one single image. The slide highlights the comparison of YOLO V8 YOLO models. YOLO V8 showed superior performance, addressing challenges like color shift and scale variation more effectively than YOLO V5 and YOLO V7. The chart provides a detailed view of the accuracy achieved for each type of acne. So this is the comparison of 3 types of YOLO version, like YOLO V5, YOLO V7, and YOLO V8. YOLO V8 can able to detect acne accurately. So these are our limitations. Despite our success, some limitations remain. The dataset could be further explained to include more diverse samples. Additionally, the model's performance could improve with more fine tuning and advanced techniques. Uh, Our future plans include increasing the dataset size,
Ma'am,
enhancing model performance. Uh,
uh,
okay.
are you concluding? We are past the presentation time.
Okay. Oh, I'm the end of our presentation. Just a
Okay.
little bit minute. Okay. Our future plans include increasing the dataset size, enhancing model performance, developing a mobile application, and collaborating with partners to integrate additional features like personalized skincare recommendation. So the slides lists all the reference used in our research. The sources helped us build a robust foundation for our study. Thank you for your attention, and I am happy to answer any question you may have. Before ending, I want to show something, uh, my website. I just um, so it's working, and it can detect acne types. Any question?
Thank you, ma'am. Are there any questions?
Your presentation is good. You ask, can this system be extended to recognize other dermatological conditions, or there is limitation to recognize other type of dermatological conditions?
It's our future work. We are just now working on acne type detection, but we want to detect any type of dermatology problems in future, and we want to collaborate with doctors and skin care's problem. If I want to explore, I think it can be better for us, and we can easily in user friendly, you can easily make user friendly interface for everyone, and it's very helpful for us.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
The next presenter is Ishan Bandikar from SCTS Pune Institute of Computer Technology, India. and the paper title is ECG Classification Using Ensemble Classifier, a Comprehensive Overview. Ishan Bandikar, are you there in the meeting?
Hello, my name is Shruti and I am the presenter for this topic.
Okay, you can start with your presentation. After 7 minutes, I'll raise a reminder.
Sure, yes. Thank you. Is the PPT visible?
Yes, it is visible.
Okay. So, a very good afternoon to everyone present here. My name is Shruti Gadre, and the topic which we have decided to go forward with for the ICTCS conference 2024 is the ECG classification using the ensemble classifier. So, we are the students from Pune Institute of Computer Technology from the Electronics and Telecommunication branch, and my team members are Ishan and Akanksha. So for this, first we need to understand what an ECG is. So ECG basically stands for electrocardiogram, and it is a test that records the electrical activities of your heart, including the rate as well as the rhythm. Now, classifying ECG signals is an important step as it helps in understanding the doctors what exactly the patient is undergoing. So for this, the ECG is classified into various types, as we can see in this slide. So we have the ECG of a normal person. Then we have something called as conduction disturbance, the STT change, myocardial infraction, which is also the scientific name for a heart attack, as well as we have hypertrophy. So for this, firstly, we need to understand the basic construction or the basic structure of the heart. So we have the heart is basically divided into 4 chambers. We have the atrium and the ventricles, the right as well as the left. Yeah. So the upper chamber is called as the atria and the lower chamber is called as the ventricle. Now, when the doctors are identifying the ECG signal, they have to identify each part of the ECG signal. And for this, we need to understand every part. And for this, the ECG is divided into 4 major parts. So as we can see here. So the first part is the PR interval. So the PR interval basically represents the time between the beginning of the P wave and the beginning of the QRS complex, which represents the time between the atrial and the ventricle depolarization. Now, when the signal begins from the P interval, the depolarization begins in the atria, which causes the deflection in the signal. After the depolarization, the signal enters the QRS complex. Now, this is the most important part of the signal, and the larger deflection of an ECG signal is represented by this, which basically shows the simultaneous contraction of the heart's ventricles. And here, after this, the signal enters the STT segment. Now, the STT segment is the flat section of the ECG signal, and it is representing between the QRS complex and the T segment. So basically what happens is that the depolarization and repolarization of the signal takes place in the ECG signal. Now these are basically the various type of classifications of ECG. This is the ECG of a normal person. This is hypertrophy, wherein the ECG signal shows positive as well as negative deflections in the QRS complex part of the ECG. And this is the ECG signal of a heart attack patient. So now this is the basic block diagram of our project which we are working on. So we have used the Chinese cardiovascular disease database, that is the CCTD database. And after pre-processing the data and extracting the features from it, we are using various type of classifiers. Now, if we are using a particular classifier, we get only a certain amount of data from the ECG signal. So for this, we have used an ensemble of classifiers which are present here, such as the KNN, SVM, binary classifiers. And after classifying the ECG signals, we are getting a very accurate result from it. So this is the basic graph of the data pre-processing which we have done with the help of MATLAB. These are the various classifiers. We have the binary classifier, the multi-label ARAM, which is the adaptive resonance associative map, Then we have the support vector machine, which is widely used for classification tasks. Then we have the KNN, that is the K nearest neighbors, and it is basically a lazy learning algorithm, which is used to predict the labels of the test instance. And then using all these, we have created an ensemble. And with the help of the ensemble learning approach, we are classifying the ECG signals. So some of the performance parameters that we have taken into consideration are the Hamming loss, the precision of the data, the recall value, as well as the F1 score. These are some of the softwares which we have used. So we have used MATLAB as well as Python for the pre-processing of the data, along with Django, Git, and Flask. So here are some of the use cases that can be performed with the help of classifying the ECG signal. Yes?
Can we proceed to the conclusion? We are past the presentation.
Yeah, sure. So these are some of the use cases where we can use the wearable devices, and for the arrhythmia detection, it is quite useful. And the implications of findings which are seen in the patient's outcomes are the enhanced diagnostic accuracy. Now we have performed the pre-processing, and the results which we have obtained are quite accurate. Then for the personalized treatment also, this can be used. Yeah, so concluding with the presentation, so in the recent developments in machine learning, we have seen that the capability of ECG classification is quite used. And when multiple cardiac conditions coexist simultaneously, the category of multiple label classification becomes prevalent, which surpassing the single label approaches in such scenarios. So with the help of the ensemble classifier, we can classify ECG signals quite accurately and within few minutes or within few seconds. So these are some of the references which we have taken into consideration. So yes, that is all about our project. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am, for the presentation. Are there any questions?
Thank you.
No, we proceed to next.
Okay. So the next presenter is Adit Shah from Pandit Deen Dayal Energy University, India. And the paper title is Innovation in Agro Trade Driving Forces Behind India's Export and Import Growth. I request Adit Shah sir to please start with your.
Hello.
I
Hello.
sorry for the inconvenience. I think I got disconnected, right?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, but did you hear me? I just announced one part, Adit Shah's name, and uh,
Yes, ma'am. Am I audible, ma'am?
okay. So could you please start with your presentation?
Yes, ma'am. And is it visible?
Just give. Yes, it is visible now.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, so good afternoon, everyone. My name is Adit Shah, and today I will be presenting a research titled Innovation in Agro Trade Driving Forces Behind India's Import-Export Growth. This work was done alongside the co-authors Kushagra Darji, Karan Shah, and Dr. Samir Patel at Pandit Deen Dayal Energy University, Gandhinagar. So let's begin with the introduction. As you know, India's agricultural sector is a major part of our economy. It contributes about 17% to our GDP and provides jobs to over 50% of our population. This sector is essential for food security and global trade. Here's a fun fact. Did you know India is the largest exporter of rice globally? We account for over 40% of the world's rice exports. That's almost half of all the rice traded worldwide. However, there are challenges like changes in global demand, production issues, and shifting trade policies. The aim of our study is to analyze trade trends and challenges in agriculture and to use AI tools to forecast trade patterns and improve decision making and to offer solutions to make India more competitive in global agricultural trade. India has a diverse agricultural trade portfolio. Our main exports include rice, buffalo meat, shrimp, fresh fruits, and spices. On the other hand, we import pulses, wheat, exotic fresh fruits, and alcoholic beverages. The growth in exports is driven by high global demand, trade ties with over 150 countries, and government support for export infrastructure. But we also face challenges. For example, we rely heavily on imports for items like fertilizers and pulses, while changes in global trade policies and climate effects often cause market uncertainty. For this, AI is a game changer for agricultural trade. For our research, we use two main techniques. First, ARIMA for analyzing and forecasting time series data, and second, other machine learning algorithms for spotting trade patterns and opportunities. AI can be applied in many ways. We can use AI to identify high demand export markets, to predict shortages of important imports like pulses, to optimize logistics to save time and money, and for helping stakeholders in making better decisions. Using AI makes trade forecasts more accurate and it also reduces inefficiencies, helping India become more competitive in global trade markets. So here is the prediction and methodology that we used. Our study used trade data from 1987 to 2024. This data includes product types, regions, and trade values. We used ARIMA to study trade patterns over time and linear regression to find links between trade metrics and factors like demand or policies. The outputs of our study included trends in export and import volumes over the years, as well as comparisons of trade performance at different ports of India. And our results showed some key insights, such as India's exports are very strong in Gulf and Southeast Asian markets, especially for rice and shrimp, but we still depend on imports for items like pulses and fertilizers. The AI models performed well. Arima gave very accurate predictions for exports with a low error rate. Linear regression was also useful for some import cases. However, challenges still remain, such as unpredictable global demand and policy changes which create uncertainty for domestic trade. There is a lot more we can do in this area. We can study trade data from more countries and products to get a broader view. We can also use advanced AI models and big data to make real-time predictions. We can integrate geospatial data to understand how climate affects trade and logistics. We can also develop policies that adapt to risks and seize new opportunities in global trade. By combining AI and data-driven insights, India can improve its trade strategy, ensuring economic growth and a sustainable future for the agricultural sector. In the end, to sum up, India's agricultural trade is very important to its economy and global standing. Using AI, we can make trade more efficient as well as resilient. This is not just good for our economy, but also supports a sustainable path for agricultural trade. Thank you for your time, and I'm open for your valuable feedback or any questions.
Thank you, sir. I
Yes, ma'am.
Hello.
Hello. Yes, sir.
What is your source of data or where you collect the data?
Actually, that the data we used was very sparse. So uh, we collected the data from a government platform called Agri Exchange platform. We web scraped the data from Agri Exchange. Yes.
And what is the size of the data, sample size of data?
Actually, it consists of more than 150 countries and also the ports of India. And so the data size was around more than 2 million.
2 million data.
Yes. It was from 1987 to 2024.
Okay.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll start with the next presentation now.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
So the next participant we have here today is Siddhi Subhash Singh from ICTCS Pune Institute of Computer Technology, and the paper title is Opinion Mining for Marathi Language Using Machine Learning. Siddhi, you're there in the presentation, right?
Yes, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible. Could you please start presenting your screen?
Is the screen visible? Hello?
Yes, yes, visible.
Yes,
Okay.
visible.
Okay. So good afternoon, everyone. My name is Siddhi, and I'm presenting on behalf of my co-author, Gurunath Salve, Saili Thakur, and myself. Our research title, Opinion Mining for Translated Language Using Machine Learning, explores a sentiment analysis for translated Marathi text. So, the opinion mining, also known as sentiment analysis, focuses on identifying and categorize opinion from text data. So why translated Marathi? Because Marathi in India is the third most spoken language and widely used online in Roman script, especially on social media platform. Despite this, it is underrepresented in a natural language processing research. There are limited tools for analyzing a translated Marathi text, which creates a significant research gap that we aim to address. So, our study has four key objectives. First, to develop a machine learning model, specifically for sentiment analysis of translated Marathi. Second, to create a custom Marathi sentiment word list to improve a feature extraction. Third, to handle the complexities of code mixed social media data, making our model applicable to real world scenarios. And finally, to compare the performance of our model with existing method to demonstrate the effectiveness. Uh, so the literature review, through our survey, we found that a traditional method like naive Bayes and SVM perform well on structured data set, but struggle with informal text. On the other hand, deep learning models such as BERT and transformers are more effective for analysis but require a large data set, which are currently unavailable for Marathi. This highlights the gap in resources and tools for translated Marathi, which our study addressed by proposing a tailored approach. So, next is block diagram.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes.
Okay, so this is the block diagram of our project. So we aim for creating a sentiment word list first, then gathering the data from the social media, and then matching the social media data with the sentiment word list which we have created, and then scoring them on the basis of that word list. Then processing the text, and finally creating a data set, and then training a model on it, and checking the evaluation parameters through it. So the data preparation phase focused on the word list, sentiment word list creation. We used a Marathi to English dictionary as a base, and found the main words which are for the sentiment purpose for the Marathi language, and translated them into the Roman script, and then manually annotated the words to create a word list. The word list seems like this, that each and every sentiment showing word had a score. Then we gathered the data from the YouTube comments, Instagram comments, and Twitter tweets using the APIs of that of the particular social media platform. Then we label the data using our sentiment word list. And this is how our final data set look like. We use the machine learning algorithm, core machine learning algorithms like logistic regression and support vector machine. And finally, for the model evaluation, we use the parameters accuracy, precision, recall, and F1 score. And these are the results. Like for the logistic regression, we got the 73% accuracy, and support vector machine work well with 81% accuracy. For the conclusion, our research addressed a critical gap in natural language processing by focusing on sentiment analysis for translated and Marathi text. We successfully developed a machine learning model that achieves high accuracy by utilizing a custom sentiment word list, making it well suited for analyzing real world, code mixed, and social media data. Our study highlights the potential of combining traditional models like SVM with tailored linguistic resources to tackle the challenges of low resource languages. This work not only contributes to the growing field of NLP for regional languages, but also sets a foundation for future advancement, including the integration of deep learning techniques and multimodal analysis. Oh, yeah, that's it. Any questions?
Thank you, sir, for your presentation. Are there any questions?
Yes, the lack of annotated data for Marathi impact the performance of your ML model or not? Lack of
Yeah,
annotated data.
yeah, it impacts our model. Like we achieve lesser accuracy when we used like 500 sentences and all. Then we like gathered more data and trained the model, and we are planning to more optimize the model by using more advanced NLP techniques like count for the tokenization and vectorizations, feature extraction techniques.
Okay. Or can this approach be extended to other regional languages, or it is limited to Marathi?
It can be extended to the other languages as well, but we have to like research the particular regional language and create a from start, like we have to create a word list and then gather the data as well. And it depends on how much like how much amount of data we have that for that language.
Okay.
Like
Thank
Marathi is the third most spoken language in India, so we didn't had any difficulties to gather the data.
Okay, next. Thank you. Move to next.
Okay. The next presenter is Sriram R. From Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham, India. And the paper title is Pivot, a secure and efficient electronic voting system with a user friendly GUI. Sriram, sir, you're there in the meet, right?
Yeah, I'm good. I suppose I'm audible and my screen is visible.
Yes. You can start sharing your screen now. Your screen is visible. You can start with your presentation.
Yeah. So, good afternoon to another person here. So, myself, Sriram, and it's my privilege to present my paper title, Pivot, Secure and Efficient Electronic Voting System with User-Friendly GUI. So, this project represents the combined effort of our team. Our team members included Power and Paid Minister, Aditya Mayas, Sriram, myself, and Abhishek, and Dr. Divya Udayanji. So, moving on to the abstract. Let me briefly introduce like Pivot, what it is. So it's an electronic voting system developed using Python that aims to address the challenges of the current primitive election-based systems, as the present systems are key to vulnerabilities and accessibility issues. So the features that include are like a multi-layered security, the password protection, and facial recognition, uh, intuitive data management, and finally the election policies will be like in a matplotlib. We'll be plotting the results, and finally the visualization of the results will be there. So it's a system designed to foster trust and streamline the voting process for varied elections. So coming back to the introduction now. So as we know that the elections are going to the central backbone of a democracy, but challenges such as limited accessibility, and security issues hinder the process. So Fiverr basically encounters this problem by providing with a secure environment, a cost-effective solution, and a user-friendly experience. Furthermore, Fiverr aligns with the environment sustainability by reducing the dependency on the traditional paper-based systems, as it can lead to environment crisis as well. So these three are basically the papers that led to the development of this. Uh, the first paper uh, it proposes a tamper-proof online systems, and the second one it's actually based on a fingerprint. So we are just like changed it to a face recognition model. The third one basically it has integrated blockchain technology for this. So these are some screenshots of the interfaces. So this will be the log, the first page of this. This is the candidate mentioned where the officer will be able to add a candidate who is participating in the election. And thirdly, this is the voting interface where we can just put on our votes. So coming to the methodology now. So the methodology can be categorized by three pillars actually. The first one is objective, which ensures robust security, user-friendly interaction, and transparent result display. The components, coming to the facial recognition model, we have used here ResNet 50. Also, we have tried with other models like EfficientNet B0, SqueezeNet, MobileNet, and EfficientNet B7. And what we have done is a kind of transfer learning process where we actually freeze the, made the convolutional layers of these models static, that we are not changing the weights for it. And for the fully connected layers that will contribute to the output, we have just fine-tuned it. So making it a transfer learning approach. And yeah, and for the encryption part, what we have used is when the user is giving a password to it, first will be converted to the ASCII values, and with the predefined number, say K, we're dividing to get the reminder as well as the quotient. And the reminder and quotient will be randomized through a generated seed. And using that with the mux operation, we'll be having a secret key generation. And at the database, instead of the password, the secret key along with the randomized quotients and reminders will be there that ensures the encryption. And the simulator testing, we validated the efficiency to test cases, and also mentioning about the data set use. Data set is actually a custom data set where we trained the model on my colleagues, actually, it comprises of 50, 60 people in my class. So that image were used for testing and training as well. And yeah, the architecture basically consists of the 6 phases. The admin phase, where we can see the admin controls and database for the storage, registration part, and voting part. The voter just can verify the identity consumption as the vote and in security, and the result part. So finally, the result will be like plotted for the final. There's sample screenshots of the results. So over like 95% accuracy in facial recognition was observed by ResNet by freezing actually the last 20 layers, and the rest of the CNN layers were made static without imaging it. And user feedback highlighted ease of navigation and improved trust in election process. Real-time visualization ensured accuracy and transparency, which is crucial for building confidence in election outcomes. So moving on to the conclusion, Pivot like it modernizes voting with advanced technology. It ensures robust security, and like the future plans include like a blockchain, as mentioned in the third paper of literature review, blockchain integration, and if we want to like scale it to a big version, the database should be like a massive, so a cloud integration can help for it. And we acknowledge our institution and our chancellor for providing us with the opportunity to do this. And these are the references that we are using. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your presentation. Uh, Now we'll proceed to the. Are there any questions?
No, no.
Okay, then we'll proceed to the next presenter. So the next presenter is Kanak Saini from Manipal University, Jaipur. And the paper title is Single Input, Single Output Wind Turbine Fuzzy Reliability Analysis using Fuzzy Set Extensions and Path Tracing Method. Kanak ma'am, you can start sharing your screen.
Okay, ma'am. May I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Ma'am, is my PPT is visible?
Yes, your PPT is visible.
So good afternoon, everyone. My name is Kanaksani, and I'm from Manipal University, Jaipur. I'm presenting my paper, which is title is Single Input, Single Output Wind Turbine Fuzzy Reliability Analysis using Fuzzy Set Extensions and Path Tracing Method. Basically, this study focuses on the integration of the fuzzy set theory and the traditional reliability analysis methods, which are typically limited in handling the uncertainties and the imprecisions in the solutions or data. Uh, so, to evaluate this reliability, fuzzy reliability is an appropriate, or we can say that innovative approach, which is based on the fuzzy set theory. So these are my contents. Introduction. Basically, we all know that the wind turbine is a turbine which converts the wind energy, into electricity, which minimize the greenhouse effects or reduce the dependence on the fossil fuels, etc. So these are some literature reviews. Preliminaries in the fuzzy sets, as I told you that we use the fuzzy set theory. So these are the fuzzy sets: triangular fuzzy number, triangular institutionistic fuzzy number, triangular doer hesitant fuzzy number. Hmm. To evaluate the system reliability, fuzzy system, we use the fuzzy set theory. And in this study, we just employ intuitionistic fuzzy set theory, which is more flexible in modeling and uncertainty compared to the classical fuzzy theory. So we use all these fuzzy numbers: triangular intuitionistic fuzzy number and triangular dual hesitant fuzzy number, for which we just formed we just take a system of wind turbine which contains three subsystems: generator, gearbox, generator, and power converter. All these are connected in series configuration. Then first we form the reliability function for the wind turbine system using the path tracing method. By this path tracing method, we calculate the reliability of the entire system by finding the different paths that can lead to the failure and success of the wind turbine. To so this is the system reliability function for the wind turbine, and then we just made the alpha and beta cut intervals of this by using membership and non-membership functions of a triangular function and dual hesitant function, and we just make reliability functions. Then these are the results and conclusions. To model reliability of each subsystem, we just use triangular intuitionistic fuzzy number and triangular dual hesitant fuzzy number. These numbers considered both membership and non-membership functions uh, to find the reliability of the system. So, just these are the results. The table 1 is for triangular fuzzy number. Table 2 is for reliability of the system from triangular intuitionistic fuzzy number at the different times. Time t is equals to 0, t equals to 5, and t is equals to 10. And at shape parameter omega equals to 3. And table 3 is for reliability of the system for triangular door hesitant fuzzy number. So table 1 shows the reliability of the TFN. From the results, we can see that the fuzzy reliability for the TFN at alpha equals to 1 is 1. And these are for all the results from the tables 1, 2, and 3. So the main conclusion of our study is to show that the fuzzy reliability is a powerful tool that can provide more appropriate or adaptable solutions when dealing with the uncertainty in systems performance, which is a common challenge in just systems engineering and reliability analysis and in many fields. So the main purpose is to obtain this methodology is its capability to handle large fuzziness, high inappropriate results, etc. And from all these results, it was found that there is a very little and very small variation between all these approaches. And for future research and for future calculations, we can use different systems also. So for different systems, this approach may be become useful to find the reliability and performance behavior of any system or a machine. So thank you so much. That's all from my side.
Thank you, ma'am, for the presentation. Sir, are there any questions?
One question. How your approach improve existing reliability analysis method for wind turbines?
Sir, we can find the reliability of these systems at different times. So we can get the time for the for maintenance and dependability, and thus for availabilities of all these systems.
Okay, sir. Anyone is left for presentation?
Yes, sir. There was one presenter from the last session. Jacob, sir, would you be able to present now?
Yes, sir. Yes, madam.
Yes, now you can present.
1 minute.
Hello?
You can present.
Sir, you're not
Yes.
audible. Are you trying to say something?
No, 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 madam, no, madam. 1 minute.
Okay. Could you please start with the presentation?
Yes, madam. Yes.
Okay.
My, yeah.
We can see your screen now. You can start.
Okay. So good afternoon, and first of all, thanks for giving this opportunity to us. I am Professor Jacob Jairas. I am the scholar of the Andhra University, Visakhapatnam, and I am doing my PhD work under the guidance of Dr. G. Lavanya Devi, and it is the one of the my work of the thesis. Let me go to the slide. So our area is hybrid deep learning for enhanced brain tumor detection, leveraging LBP and Joule Resonance 50 networks. So actually, uh, brain and CNS cancer make up approximately 3.5% of all global cancers is by the WHO. So now this cancer rate, fourth leading cause of the cancer related deaths worldwide, and the survival rate is very less. It is nearly 6%. So that's why it is my motivation. With this motivation, I am going to present on this model the early detection. So in this, we propose a hybrid deep learning method for automatically detecting brain tumors from MRI images, integrating pixel intensity as well as texture-based intensity features that may help increase the performance accuracy. This is what exactly novelty of our approach. Here again, this methodology has four phases. One is pre-processing, feature transformation, dual result 50 based feature extraction, and finally weight feature fusion with classification.
Sir, sorry for the interruption, but are you moving your slides?
Yes, madam, yes, madam. It's not visible. Now is it okay?
I think you're.
Now is it okay, madam?
Actually, I couldn't see the slides changing. Okay, they're changing now. Okay. Please continue. Sorry.
So the idea is, the idea is, madam, the idea is enhance detection accuracy with a novel deep learning model which integrating the LBP local binary pattern, and we have already pre-trained model that is Resonate 50. And in this Several methods have been applied for brain tumor classification in MRI images, such as support vector machine, fudges means artificial neural networks, and knowledge-based approaches. These methods mainly involve only region-based segmentation and feature extraction of the medical images. Recently, hybrid CNN model for classifying brain tumors from MRI images, specifically using Resident 50, also has been proposed. The model achieves an accuracy of 97.2%, better than the 97 previous Resident 50 architectures. So in this, I am taking this paper as my base paper. So I am introducing the one of the technique, that is local binary pattern technique. So because this LBP preserve the texture information, local texture information, in addition to the pixel based information. So in this way we can improve the performance of the accuracy. Next, 1 minute. So here so we have the data set of the 253 images. So among 253 images, 150, 1 minute, madam. 155 images are the normal images, 98 images are the malgrained images. Totally the data set size is 253 images. Pre-processing, so from the MRI image we just cropped and enhanced using the morphological operations and Gabor filter. So finally we get a cropped image. From that we have two phases. One is apply the LBP operator on the data set, then we get the LBP data set. In another hand, we have the only original data set. After that, apply the augmentation techniques on the LBP data set as well as the original data set. So totally in the parallel simultaneously we have two data sets. One is data set with the LBP and original data sets. Now apply the Resnet 50. It is the base model of the CNN model. Apply the both sides, and finally we extract the from the LBP dataset we have extract the only textual features, whereas the original dataset we extract the pixel features. So from these features we can again apply the feature fusion. So finally we give it the classification with the sigmoid as a activation function. This is the whole idea of the our proposed hybrid dual mode. And coming to the, I think my system is slow, little bit slow. Okay. So coming to the results. So trained over 11 epochs with a detailed monitoring of accuracy, loss and learning rate. Because we are applying the advanced in the implementation part, we are applying the regression parts. So that is why it just quits the at the early stop, early quit at the epoch 11. So validation accuracy maintained 100% from the first epoch itself. Is just please observe the diagram, whereas the training accuracy is still remain as 19.8. So from that, okay, from that.
Hello. Sir, sorry for the interruption, but we are past the presentation time now. Can we please get to the conclusion?
Okay, ma'am. So finally, from these diagrams, so the precision recall as F1 score, it is better than the previous, and it is already proved with the already base paper, that is GoogleNet, InceptionNet V3 and AlexNet, DenseNet 201, ResNet 50 and improved model of the previous paper. So finally we are the getting better results than the all existing models. Last one. So finally I can summarize this paper. We have developed a hybrid deep learning model integrating features from the original and LBP transferred MRI images, which are the pixel-based intensity features as well as the texture-based features, achieve 99.68% accuracy in relation to all the performance metrics also. So we can say outperform competitive approaches including benchmark models and various resident 50 architectures also. Thank you once again, Professor Bharat Singh Garu. Please, any queries?
To process your data, which platform or software you use?
So we
have
are implemented in the Colab Pro Plus. In Colab
Colab.
Pro Plus,
Okay, okay.
Colab Pro in TensorFlow environment with 800 GPU.
Thank you, sir, for your presentation. Now all of the presentations are done. We'll proceed to the closing remarks.
Yes.
Okay, so I sincerely thank our authors for their excellent work, excellent presentations and contributions in this session, and all our participants for being a part of this international conference. I hope this session was informative enough. We, on the behalf of whole team, thank you for the support during the ninth version and all the previous 8 versions of the conference. We will be happy to see you in the 10th version in 2025. All the presenters would be getting their digital certificates within 2 working days, and further, all the papers have already been forwarded to the Springer. The publication will be live within 6 months. Kindly cooperate with our team of ICTCS. And lastly, before ending this session, I would want to thank our session chair for chairing this session. Just give me a minute. So here is a token of appreciation from our on behalf of our team. Thank you for your valuable presence. Now, before ending the meeting, could you all please turn on your cameras so that I can take a quick snapshot of this virtual conference? We'll just wait for a few seconds, let everyone turn on their cameras, and then I'll take the snapshot. Okay, it's done. Now you all can leave the meeting. It was a great session. Thank you, everybody.